Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I am doing a recap of my fantasy football leagues. I haven't done one of these in a while, so figured I would do one because I don't really have much else to do right now. So, in this league, this is one that I'm doing with some people that I know in real life. I'm 5-2. I started off 1-2. I've won the last 4 weeks in a row. My only losses are to teams that have scored over 160 points. So I lost week 1, 155 to 170. So that was an insane matchup that I would have beaten any other team in the entire league. And then week 3 I lost. I had a really bad game, but my opponent still had a really impressive game. Other than week 3, so basically I have over 100 more points than anyone else in the league, and the team breakdown shows what your record is against like the rest of the league. I've been in the top 3 scorers every week except for week 3. So I've had a really solid season so far with this team. This team consists of Kyler Murray at quarterback, Cordell Patterson, Derrick Henry at running back, DeAndre Hopkins and Adam Thielen at wide receiver. My tight end is Darren Waller, but he is on a bye week, so I have CJ Uzoma as my backup. I have James Robinson as my flex. I have Marquise Brown, who's usually one of my wide receivers, but he is on a bye this week. I have Michael Thomas on my reservation because he's injured. I have AJ Green as another backup wide receiver. I have Zach Moss as another backup running back, and I have Kirk Cousins as a backup quarterback. All of my players are like pretty solid. Even like my backups are pretty solid. Like Zach Moss gets 10, 15 points a week. And then I have the number 2 and number 3 defense in the league. Arizona's number 2, Tampa's number 3. I made the mistake of playing Arizona last week. They got 11 points, which isn't bad, but Tampa got 21. I'm playing Tampa this week because I think that the Saints offense isn't quite as put together as the Packers offense is. And I have Nick Folk, who is the number 1 kicker. So this team is stacked, like insanely stacked. I would be surprised if I don't end up having one of the best teams in the league. I'll be surprised if I don't win the Super Bowl with this league. This is one of my favorite leagues. This is one of my favorite teams I've ever had. My other league is the one that we're doing on the channel. There's 11 teams in it because I wanted to include everyone that was interested, and I didn't want any computer players because computer players suck. Because they'll auto draft them and they won't change anything, and let's kind of be in last place. So we have 11 people, which is kind of an odd number, so the standings are kind of weird. But I'm currently 3-3. I couldn't get my team logo on here. I don't know why they wouldn't let me upload it, so I just uploaded a picture of Gronk because Gronk is amazing. But this team, I have Patrick Mahomes, Zach Moss, Kenneth Gainwell. I have him this week because my other running back all my running backs are like injured. Saquon's injured. Josh Jacobs is on bye. He's still injured. Mike Davis is meh. And then I have DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, and DeAndre Hopkins. So my wide receivers are good in both leagues. I really like my set here with Moore, Godwin, and Hopkins. I have Dalton Schultz at tight end. I have the Rams defense, which isn't terrible, but they're not great. They're playing Houston this week, though. I usually play the Tampa defense. I also have the Tampa defense in this league. I usually play the Tampa defense. I'm playing the Rams defense this week because they're against Houston. And I once again have Nick Folk as my kicker. So my kicker and defense are strong in both leagues. My quarterbacks are strong in both leagues. My wide receivers are strong. My running backs are the only ones that are lacking in this one. And that's because my running backs have just been riddled with injuries the entire year. I also have Michael Thomas on my reservation on this team as well. So I have Michael Thomas. I drafted him in like the 9th round on both teams. So yeah, that was kind of a steal. I have Mo Alley Cox as a backup tight end because I needed a tight end for last week when Dalton Schultz was on a bye. And yeah, I have Kirk Cousins as my backup quarterback again because I was able to get him in round 15 in both leagues, and he's a top 10 quarterback. So that worked out pretty well. I have Chase Claypool as well. I haven't played him yet. I think I might have played him 1 week when people were on buys, but I really haven't played Chase Claypool yet. He doesn't do bad. He had a bad week last week, but generally speaking, he does pretty well. this team has definitely improved from week one. My team week one was not great. That's why I started off 0-3. I started off 0-3 winless in this league, and then I've won the last 3 in a row. If you want to look at the standings, current standings for this league, I am ranked 6th. I'm not sure how these rankings work because there's 11 teams. It gives me a 60% chance of making the playoffs currently, which I'll take. That seems pretty good. I think so. 6 teams make the playoffs, and so I think that it's just the best records out of both divisions. So my division is tougher than the other division, which kind of sucks because I'd probably have to play these guys more. But so I'm 3-3. Coruscant Crew is 4-3. They're the 5 seed, and so there's 2 of us that are 3-3. Me and Woodworth Warriors, and so because I have more points for them by quite a lot, I'm in 6th and they're in 7th. And so currently I am in the playoff picture in both of my leagues, and this team is getting better and better. So considering this team is just improving, I don't think I'll win the Super Bowl in this league, but I think I can definitely make the playoffs, and I can definitely get a few punches in there before I fizzle out. The current playoff bracket, yeah. So in the current playoff bracket, the number 1 and number 2 seeds get a bye, so I'd be playing Football Whale in the first round of the playoffs. Football Whale has a better record than me, but they've had a much easier schedule. They, I believe, started off 3-1, and I started off 1-3. But their schedule has been, I think they started off 3-0, and I was 0-3. But their schedule has been so easy. I have 759 points for, they have 735. So I have a better overall team than them over the course of the season. But they're higher than me because of their record, because of the teams that they've played. So I respect it. But I think I'm going to be able to catch up. We have a saying here on the channel. It's called Beat Football Whale. Football Whale, if you don't know, is another amazing YouTube content creator that I've done different collaborations with. That's what this is. We also have another collaboration that we're doing. It's called Pigskin Pick'em. So I'll put his channel in the link down below in the description. But we're doing a Pigskin Pick'em as well. It's where you pick every single game of the season as it's coming, and whoever gets the most points at the end of the season wins. I am currently in the 96th percentile of all players. I'm 72-33. I'm actually 74-33, but I haven't done my pick for every game. I missed a couple of Thursday night footballs. So I missed, I believe, the week 7 Thursday night game. Yeah, I didn't make a pick for this game. I would have picked the Browns. I didn't make a pick. The other one I missed, I believe, was week 5? 4. Week 4. Yeah, it was Bengals-Jaguars. So obviously I'm going to pick the Bengals. Nobody in the right mind would pick the Jaguars. So I'm 74-33 on my predictions this season. And in the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge with Football Whale, I am tied in 3rd. But I would be in 1st had I been alert and picked those 2 games. I do have the highest percentage correct, though, technically, because even though I missed those 2 games, I have 1 less loss, so I technically have a higher percentage correct, just slightly higher. It's 0.0 something percent, but it's slightly higher. So I'm doing very well in that, too. We have 20 people in it. Some of them are not doing it anymore, but yeah, we have a decent number of people that have been keeping with it. And of the people that have been keeping with it, we have a really good record. Of the 1, 2, 3, everyone that has actually kept with it is in the top 10% of all players. So yeah, we're actually doing really good. I'm also in the Tom Grassi's group. I joined the Grassi Posse, the Grassi Posse one. If you don't know Tom Grassi, he's a Packers fan. He has a podcast called Packass the Podcast. He does a great job with it. He's a much bigger channel than I am, but I'm in his group, and There's a lot of really strong people in here because they have like a few thousand people, so the odds of them getting some people with really good picks is pretty good. But yeah. So far, I'm really excited about the season. I'm probably going to do a game preview or a game recap. I'll probably do a game preview of the Packers game tomorrow, showing like a stat comparison of different things. But I wanted to put this out because I haven't really done a fantasy football recap in a while. So yeah, I'm 3-3 in one league and I'm 5-2 in the other. It's not going bad. It's going pretty well. I started off the season 1-5, and since I started off the season 1-5. I've only lost one game. So since I started off 1-5, I've been 7-1. So I've been 7-1 for the last 5 weeks of the year. So yeah, we're on the right track. So I'm excited about the season. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 970. So if you guys know anyone that would be interested in watching the channel, please make sure to let them know. If we could hit 1,000 subscribers by, I don't know, in the next week, that would be fantastic. I would amazingly appreciate it. So we're on the push. #road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.